Hello everybody, and welcome to Melinoë Tarot. It is I, the Melinoë of Tarots, and I am here to apologize, to say I am so sorry that I have not been on for so gosh darn long. I have been going out of town, I've been really busy, and not gonna lie, it's been selfishly having some fun, going to some concerts. I went to Sonic Temple over in Ohio. If you go there and you know that, shout out. Yep, I went to, oh gosh, oh, know you are loved popped up. Well, I'm just shuffling, I'm just cleansing. So know that you're loved. Yeah, and I went to a wedding for my boyfriend's brother over in Texas. That was fun. It was beautiful. The bride was beautiful. Everything was super cool, super pretty. Yeah, so I know I missed a lot of time. I've also just been busy with some personal stuff, as I'm sure you've heard if you follow, oh gosh, I cannot remember her name right now. Give me just 1 second. I literally subscribed to her and everything, and she gave me a shout out. But if you follow her, you'll know that she has called out a couple times that I do make the musics, or a Divine Tarot, my goodness, in gaming, or a Divine Tarot in gaming. She's super cool, and she plays really cool games. She's just a cool chick. She's a really cool vibe. I dig her. So thank you for giving me some shout outs. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, be a part of the Good Noodle Club over there. It's a good time. It's chill, and she's definitely got the stuff. She's got it down. Okay, so enough about me to hopefully apologize and make it up to you guys. I have decided to do a reading for each individual sign, so this is going to be a long one. I am going to try to keep each reading around maybe like 10-15 minutes for each sign. I'm trying to think of what that would equate to. So let's see, 15 times 12, well, hold on, 15 is 30, 30 times 36. Okay, yeah, let's go for like 15 minutes a sign, 10-15 minutes a sign. So yeah, all right. I think I got these guys all good and shuffled. So we're going to start off with Aries. Aries, the god of war. It's a great game. I'm a huge fan. Oh. Theme for Aries is a Pisces card. How funny. New moon in Pisces, attune to the divine. Okay. Interesting. That is your theme. So, we're going to get out some Shadowscapes Tarot. And we're going to figure out what is the universe trying to tell you. Put some on these cards real quick. La-dee-da-dee-da. Oh, the old in with the new. Alright, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. So, universe, spirit, what are you trying to tell Aries? Oh, the World card. Well, that's bootyful. We love that. Okay. So, the universe is trying to tell you that I think that you've got something, but attune to the divine here. I think it's telling you to go bigger. Go bigger with something. Stop thinking so hard about something. You're making something too hard, is what I'm hearing. You're making something too hard. Oh. The Fool in reverse. Don't be taking any chances, you Aries. Gosh darn it. Don't be making any rash moves, apparently. Oh. I was just thinking, can we get a card for Aries? Queen of Swords in reverse. Oh dear, Aries. You might be feeling a little bit rocky right now. Yeah. You might be feeling a little bit rocky. All right, Rocky. You fighting something? Okay. Okay. Can I get another card for Aries just on the person themselves that I am reading for? Oh, okay. That's a lot of cards. Alright. Sure, we'll read them. Yeah. Ace of Swords in reverse. There's some confusion. Ooh, the Tower. What is going on, Aries? Oh my goodness. Did you take a risk you weren't supposed to? And now you're biting your tongue? Maybe you need to see something a little bit more big picture. But then we've got the Knight and the Four of Pentacles here. So maybe you're stable, you know, you've got your health and stuff going down, but something's clouding you mentally, and there's some kind of tower here. Maybe you did not build your pentacles on a solid foundation. Interesting. Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel like that's you. Sorry to say. With this Ace of Swords in reverse. You need to find some sort of clarity, or you're trying to find some sort of clarity in a situation. And you might have taken a risk that... Let's look up the World card in the book. In this book real quick. Let's see. Where do you be? Where do you be? Come on. Time's a ticking. Oh my gosh. Here we go. The World. Satisfaction and peace of mind, a successful conclusion, and the end is in sight. Achieving balance, melding and blending to bring together in unison the multiple songs of life. The World is a card of realized goals and prosperity. It is a state of completion, though not without a share of involvement and hard work to attain. When one's goals have been reached, there is space, a quiet breath of a moment in time when a feeling of ultimate fulfillment spills through the consciousness. It is a wondrous and precious moment, the culmination of hard work, to see your dreams come true and to know that elusively mythical treasure promised in fairy tales. The heart's desire. Okay. So that's what the Spirit's trying to tell you. Yeah, I think you're clouded here, and perhaps your judgment, your thoughts are not very. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you need to meditate a little bit. You know. You know you're better than this. Excuse me. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to show you these cards real quick. Got the World card. Very pretty. So that's what they're trying to tell you. Attuned to the divine. I feel like those go hand in hand. That green there. Pretty. So get out of your head. We got the Fool in reverse. Got the Queen of Swords in reverse. You are intelligent, Aries. But something's got you fucked up. Excuse me. Something has got you messed up. You feel you're going through a crisis right now. You're going through a bit of a mental crisis. What is this? Let me get out the Wild Unknown Tarot. Oh dear. You saw my lip. I'll never forgive you. Alright. Okay. Out with the old. With the new. Aries. 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 Oh. Okay, Father of Pentacles in reverse. Well, that's interesting. Okay. What has Aries all in a wad? Mentally. What's going on? What's the Tower moment with Aries? What's that about? What's the Tower moment with Aries? Father of Pentacles looks like a very dominant card. Maybe feel like, yeah, you're losing your sense of direction somehow. Why? What's this Tower moment for Aries? For Aries. What is this Tower moment for Aries? Oh. Mother and Father of Wands. Interesting. So maybe there is... I don't know if your literal mother and father have something to do with this, or if this is some kind of representation of you needing to find your passion, or there's a very passionate couple here. Ooh, maybe that's what it is. And maybe you're seeing them in a certain way. Hear me out, don't get mad at me. But like, maybe you're seeing these mature people that are really passionate and really fiery and really, you know, take action, are involved in a lot of movement, right? Maybe you have your head all in a wad about how to do something, how to attune to the divine, right? And it keeps like upsetting, like this couple upsets you instead of you learning from them. You need to learn from them to kind of maybe learn this movement, how they move. And maybe seeing how the movement works, right, will get your mind in order. I say all the time, like the actions wheel. But really, again, the elements are all... it's all divinity kind of pouring into all of our dimensions, right? So fire is, you know... Fire is basically the will of anything. Sort of the it's hard to explain. The motivation of unity, if that makes any sense. So you need to connect perhaps pieces of yourself and see the unity or the relationship, right, between these people. Gain an understanding, perhaps. Did someone steal your girl? I just heard that too. Maybe someone stole your girl. And you're like financially stable and all that good stuff, but you got your head in the wad. Can I get a little bit more on this, please? On what this Tower moment is? And what the Mother of Wands and the Father of Wands have to do with Aries? Please. What does the Mother of Wands and Father of Wands have to do with Aries? Okay, Four of Pentacles. In reverse. Yeah, there's a loss of comfort here. And, like, you're fine, but you just don't feel comfortable anymore. Maybe with this couple? This is weird. Okay. Five of Cups. Yeah, I say it feels like maybe someone stole your girl. And you are really upset about it. Or your person doesn't have to be female. You know, gender is just a construct. Just an idea. But you're grieving something, but it feels like you're also coming to the end of it. Because it's really just something where it's like it seems to be on your mind and you don't... you just kind of want to move on. But it feels almost like a continuous Tower moment. Because it ripples into everything is what I'm hearing. But yeah, you need to attune to the divine more and start creating your world, the world. Okay. And you know, if this doesn't feel recent, and if it is, I'm very sorry. But let's see. Yeah, we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse, a loss of love, and we've got the Three of Cups. So friendship, yeah. Hang out with your friends. You know, find community. There's a loss of love and friendships. So, gosh, I'm so sorry. So yeah, it's like, it feels like you're mourning a lot of relationship loss here. Whether that be friends, whether that actually be a genuine relationship. Maybe you had a crush on somebody. Maybe you weren't even with this person, right? Maybe it's just you didn't get the girl, right? Or the guy. And now, you know, they're with this person. And it looks like this Mother of Wands has eggs too. So, I mean, it is mother and father. So maybe they have kids now. Maybe other people having kids and being stable and creating that movement. Maybe you want to be that person. And you're in Aries and you're like, what the heck, man? Why can't I just, like, make this for myself? Excuse me. And maybe you need to look at these people as inspiration instead of getting angry and be like, okay, well, what's missing? You know, what's missing? Okay. Yeah. So what is missing? What can Aries do to take the next steps towards getting closer and more attuned to the divine? What can Aries do to take the next steps? Oh, no, less cards, please. Okay. Knight of Wands. I just realized I haven't been showing you guys the cards. Except for those. I think I did show you those. Mother and Father of Wands. Which is interesting because this is like the Knight, or this is a predecessor to the Father of Wands. So kind of like I said, like I think you do want to make it towards this movement, right? And yeah, like if you look at this card, he's ready to move. He's ready to go somewhere. Where? Maybe you haven't decided yet, right? And that's why he'd be the Knight of Wands, right? He's younger. This is something that I think you're trying to develop. So to take the next steps, start creating some movement in your life, you know. There's the other Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Ten of Cups in reverse, Three of Cups. So, yeah. And again, another warm card, a very, even though it's cups, oddly enough. I think it's about movement, right? I think you need to start taking some action with some things. You might have been feeling really stagnant, and that in itself might be a Tower moment for you because you're not used to being still. Maybe you're not used to being peaceful, and that's what's getting your head all messed up. Yeah, I think you're just looking for some clarity. I think you might just be looking for a direction, for movement. So yeah, start doing those things. Can we get one more advice card for the Aries Collective, please, Spirit? Aries Collective advice, please. Make a move. But don't make it risky. Be sure. Five of Cups again. But then we got the Six of Cups. So yeah. It looks almost like the same little fairy girl instead of mourning, you know, what she had and all that good stuff. Now she's here kind of accepting it and harmonizing with her past and past, present, future, just what is. She's just accepting what is in the moment. And with that moment, she's creating a beautiful little tea party. It's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. So yeah, again, movement. You see the fish swimming in the water. You see her kind of getting out of, maybe you felt in like a bit of a depressive rut. There's this feeling of being stuckness, of and I guess it is a sort of mourning, but it's a very, how do I say it? It's not heavy, but it's thick. Something here is just really thick and slow. It's making you slow. And you might have to just sit with whatever that is, you know what I mean? Instead of maybe, you know, trying to take action in the wrong ways. And maybe that's why, you know, you're getting all clouded and stuff. Maybe try to, you know, go and move in a way that is sitting with those feelings, is sitting with friends. Maybe that's the kind of movement that you need to do, is movement inward, you know, towards that grieving. And whatever you lost, we all have to move on eventually, you know. Pay your respects, grieve all you can, you know, if you want to, if you need to, but kind of like that meme that you see all over the internet nowadays, where it's like, we cannot simply sit and stare at our wounds forever, you know. So, all right, Aries, that was your reading. Fantastic. Thank you, Spirit, for that. So yeah, don't feel stuck. It's okay. Just breathe. And they say, don't take any big risks. Know that the universe has got you. Yeah, attune to the divine. Exactly. Find what makes you happy. Observe. Be mindful of the way that things work, Aries. Pay close, mindful attention to the mechanisms of your will and what comes into fruition from that. All right, cool. All right. Taurus, what up, what up? The bull. Oh, I ain't got no more incense. That's all right. We got candlelight. All right, Taurus. New board, new fresh board. All right, Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Oh. Assess the situation. That was weird. I didn't even notice it fall. Are any of them, hold on. I feel like one of them might have flipped and I just ignored it. That's funny. Okay, no. I think that was the one that flipped that I ignored. Okay, yeah, so interesting, Taurus. So what is the universe trying to tell you? It's trying to tell you to assess the situation. And right off the bat, I think there's something that you may be ignoring. And also, sorry if some of these readings come across a little bit harsh. Melinoë, my little spirit guide, not little by any means, she's very powerful, but She is not very lighthearted by any means. She can be really straight to the point. So, assessing the situation right here. For Taurus, y'all can be stubborn. I feel like we're ignoring something. So what is the universe trying to tell Taurus? It almost felt like it was upright and then it flipped downward. So yeah, it's like you're unsure. Maybe you keep flipping flopping yourself. But we got the High Priestess in reverse. And this makes me think that, yeah, again, there's something being ignored. There's information that's not being seen here, Taurus. Okay. Do I get a card for Taurus themselves, please, in this situation? Okay, we got a couple cards here. We've got Temperance. Interesting. Beautiful card. Okay. Eight of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Very pretty. And the King of Wands. Oh my gosh, Taurus. Honey. Okay. Shoo. These are beautiful cards, Taurus. I feel like someone is trying to get at your balance. This is really nice. I mean, yeah, you got Temperance, which is balance. The Eight of Cups. I mean, beautiful. You seem really logically put together with your emotions too. Like you can be very logical in your emotions. Very, very insightful. And then this Seven of Pentacles, you're clearly building and the King of Wands, you stand so strong and so passionately. You move. You are a powerful, beautiful bull, Taurus. Oh my goodness. Okay. But you need to assess the situation. The High Priestess in reverse. There's something not quite right. There's something hidden, I feel like. Something, I don't know if you meant to ignore it. Maybe you just didn't think it was that important. But there might be something here that is a lot more important than you realize. So what is this hidden information? What is Taurus ignoring? Purposefully or unpurposefully? Oh. Okay. The Magician. Just wanted a peek. It's being hidden, the Magician. Okay. Alright, Spirit, can you tell us for the Taurus, collective Taurus? Let me see this video. What is being hidden? Why do they need to assess the situation? Jesus. Judgment. Oh my goodness. Okay. So some karma's coming to full circle. Interesting. This is the Six of Cups, but in reverse. Okay. So disharmony within, let's see, some sort of emotions of maybe something that happened in the past. And the Hermit. Interesting. Assess the situation. Maybe you need to assess a past situation. The Tower here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Assess a Tower moment in the past, because there was judgment called. Or someone's getting their karma, maybe. Or maybe judgment needs to be called on someone. Maybe it's this Hermit. Maybe it's this person who's... I don't know. I kind of feel like this Hermit's you, though. Okay. Can I get more on this Six of Cups in reverse? What is this the situation we need to assess? And if so, why? What is connected to strength? There's strength connected to this. Whatever this is. And this one wants to pop out. 8 of Wands. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there's some kind of... I feel like there was some kind of passionate move in the past that maybe didn't cause some great things, right? But it gave you strength. Interesting. Okay. Maybe it's because you're a hermit. There's something that you need to see. Oh. 5 of Wands in reverse. There's a conflict that you don't see. 2 of Pentacles. That might have to do with money. Or health. Oh. Uh-oh. If you have any weird underlying health conditions, go to the doctor. Assess the situation. Yeah, if something's bothering you, Taurus, go to the doctor. I don't know what it is. I don't know. This judgment doesn't seem... Yeah, what is this? What did this judgment take the form of? Because it doesn't feel... it feels unfortunate. You know what I mean? The High Priestess. No, it's upright. Judgment came in the form of the High Priestess revealing the information. Ascending to that unity. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Huh. So there's some kind of information here. So that you need to know. And once you know that on this past situation, there's going to be judgment. On a conflict maybe that you did not know about. Or a really, you know, harsh decision was made. A very passionate move was made. And it was really unfortunate. This person's, you know, hermiting out. Maybe you're hermiting out, and that's preventing you from asking the right questions for a certain situation to receive judgment and for you to get all of the information. All right. Yeah, so hidden information from Taurus. You seem really well put together, though, Taurus. And I think that might be why they don't suspect you to really dig your nose deep into stuff. Oh. No. Alright, I want to ask Spirit, What can Taurus do to get closer to the goal, to this information? Sorry, you're talking outside. King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. What can you do to get closer to this? Focus a little bit less on material things. Page of Wands in reverse. Interesting. I'm almost hearing don't think that they are innocent. Yeah. No, I don't know. Whoever this is, if this is your family, Taurus, I feel like you are more well put together than they are. And you might have a little bit of a rose-colored glasses to whoever this is. For some reason, I'm feeling parents. What can Taurus do to get closer to the information? Yeah, not be so... You don't act so innocent. You're a strong person now, you know? But also, don't tell them about your money. Don't tell them about your growth, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. It's almost like... Give me 1 second. All right. Sorry, Taurus. Had a phone call there that I had to take. All right. So, yeah, your advice. I mean, yeah, don't stay on the DL. Your hermit mode is good, but you need to get out to get other information out of people. And I think that's where I was kind of leaving off, was the fact that, like, you want to kind of use the technique of don't let them know how good you're doing, so you'll see how much flack they'll talk, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean, you look very well put together. Once you find out this information, there will be judgment and things will come into order. So yeah, that was your reading, Taurus. Just assess the situation. You're already very balanced, so just stay a little bit on the DL. Assess the situation. I think there's something that you might want to figure out. Okay. Go back to my little notepad here. Now we are on Gemini. Gemini. Hold on. Okay. Gemini. Oh, my little music stopped. Not that you can hear it, but there we go. Ooh, I meet my shadow. Ooh. Okay. Gemini. Oh, it's a little bit brighter. That's nice. Gemini. Spirit, how the old and with the new. Gemini. What is our theme for Gemini? What is the universe trying to tell you? Gemini. Ooh, what? I think the universe is trying to tell you a lot. I'd only like one, please, or two. Gemini. Gemini. Gemini spirit. Gemini. Unleash your kindest self. Quarter moon in Capricorn. Unleash your kindest self. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So based off that, maybe you're feeling a little bit rigid, right? Maybe you're feeling a little bit defensive. Maybe you're feeling a little bit hurt, perhaps. Spirit. Oh. Got the moon flat out. Okay. So yeah, maybe there's something clogged in your subconscious here that's making you act a certain way. Gemini. Spirit. What are you trying to tell Gemini? What are you trying to tell Gemini, Spirit? What's in the subconscious? What's in the subconscious, Spirit? For Gemini. Subconscious for Gemini. Subconscious for Gemini. Oh. Okay, this was kind of very similar to the way that last High Priestess came out card with the Taurus. You're trying to manifest here into your physical reality. You know, you're trying to have your fruit. Grow your fruit and eat it too, kind of thing. Maybe something's manifesting from your subconscious into... I'm almost hearing something's tainting your plants. The Four of Wands. Perhaps you've become comfortable in moving in a certain way because of this subconscious thing. Yeah. You've been comfortable in moving with something in the subconscious that Spirit's saying you might need to change. 10 of Cups in reverse. So you feel like you're missing something. You don't feel completely fulfilled by... Your cup does not overfloweth with love, it seems like. Maybe you had a miscarriage. I'm sorry to hear that. If that's the case, I hate to be so blunt. But it feels like something here is making you bitter. And it's making your plants bitter. It's making your reality bitter. Things that you're manifesting are not what you want because it's bitter, right? Can I get a couple cards on Gemini themselves, please? And how they're relating to this moment. Okay. Again, very similar to Taurus. High Priestess in reverse. So, I feel like there is once again some hidden information, but it's within your own subconscious. This feels like a self-discovery kind of thing. Whoa, okay. Very Taurus-y again. Song, Lady of the Lake. Okay. That's so strange. I don't feel like you're dealing with anything else, though. This feels very much, again, a personal kind of internal thing in the subconscious. Maybe you are distracting yourself with frivolous things with this King of Pentacles in reverse. I almost said King of Wands. Yeah. And maybe you're also distracting yourself with childish things. And it's not helping you. And you're using that to distract yourself from the information that you need to know, the breakthroughs that you need to go through. Because these things you think maybe are going to make you happy, right? But it only ends up being excess. And in a weird way, like, that excess leaves you with less. It's almost a form of gluttony, right? Almost like addiction. Dare I say it. You're addicted to a mindset, not necessarily a particular thing, although you may be. Maybe escapism, right? Through these things. Which, hey, as an Aquarius, I love my escapism. Do not get me wrong. But, yeah. It feels like you're ignoring something. You're hiding something from yourself. Through means of... How do I say this? Yeah, you're ignoring yourself. You're ignoring something that needs to maybe heal, and you need to go through it. Alright, so... Spirit, can I ask for Gemini? What it is that they need to face, what they need to see in order to unleash their kindest self. What are they ignoring in their subconscious? What are they ignoring in their subconscious for Gemini? Gemini. Oh. Alright. Your subconscious. The hidden information is your subconscious. You have a lack of your own subconscious. Your subconscious is hiding your effing subconscious, dude. You've got something buried. Oh dear. Oh, Gemini. God love ya. Alright. Yeah, there's something that I feel like Gemini, and again, forgive me if these readings are a little harsh and a little bit, bing. But again, Melinoë, my little lady, was never not harsh or sugar-coated. And so, you have hidden something extremely deep within your psyche, within your subconscious. Extremely deep. Yeah, 4 of Cups in reverse. There's something that you're ignoring on purpose, and you know you are, I want to say. And there's information in facing what you're ignoring, because I think, quite frankly, it's making you a little bit bitter towards life, and it's making you not able to see not only the kindness in yourself, but the kindness in other people, is what I'm hearing. yeah, it's almost like you don't believe that kindness can really exist in other people. And I'm sorry, because clearly what you went through to feel and think that way is awful. Clearly you've been through it, Gemini. But Spirit is really calling you to go through whatever that is and find compassion and kindness for yourself. And through that, I think that's going to reveal a lot of information to you that is going to make you see how you've been operating lately and why it's not necessarily serving you, why it's poisoning your seeds, right? Okay. Whew. Queen of Pentacles. So you may be very put together, right? You have a nice home, all that good stuff. But it seems like we're lacking a little bit here in some more depth in life, right? These cups. We're missing something here. We're missing that kind of creative, emotional emotion, right? The kindness, the compassion. So yeah, can we get some advice on how Spirit, on how Gemini can get closer to unleashing their kindest self? Spirit. Can we get a card on how Gemini can unleash their kindest self? Ooh. Interesting. Oh. Two of Pentacles. Okay. In reverse. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. I feel like you are definitely trying to defend your peace here with the Knight of Swords. You know, you do have a beautiful mind. But again, I think it's still a little bit young here, right? There's still some ideas that might need some fine-tuning. And he's really admiring his sword there. This is a very egoic card. Right. And this Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's making me think that your ego might be defending the wrong things. And whether that be, you know, your health, your finances, your home, your car, you know, whatever that may be. Maybe you're defending not so good decisions, or maybe selfish decisions. Maybe you're defending some really selfish decisions. So your advice is to look at those decisions, right? And really look at your ego and see how those things are playing into you having issues. Doesn't mean you're cuckoo. I've been through it. Where you feel like you have issues being compassionate or kind, or just opening yourself up to that level of love and believing it. So yeah, Gemini, that was your reading. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That was nice. That was neat. That was nice. All right. Next one. I think we're doing pretty okay on time here. Hopefully. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I'm with the old, I'm with the new. All right, Spirit. Cancer. Excuse me. Ooh. Find a balance, Cancer. Find a balance. Look at that panel. That's kind of weird. It's kind of creepy. I don't know why I thought that was a little creepy. Find a balance. Okay. All right, Spirit. For Cancer, finding a balance. What is the universe trying to tell Cancer? What is the Spirit trying to tell Cancer? What are you trying to tell? What are you trying to tell Cancer, Spirit? This one feels a little bit more lighthearted. What are you trying to tell Cancer, Spirit? What are you trying to tell Cancer? No. What are you trying to tell Cancer? About finding a balance. Finding a balance in what? Okay. Find a balance in judgment. Interesting. Balance your judgment. Cancer. Okay. What else are you trying to tell Cancer? What are you trying to tell Cancer? Oh. I'm gonna keep those there. What are you trying to tell Cancer? Oh, shit. Listen. Less cards, please. What are you trying to tell Cancer? Oh my gosh. Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers in reverse. Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers in reverse. So you need to find a balance and, oh gosh. Okay, Cancer. You need to find a balance in your relationships. In your physical reality here, you need to find a balance in where you put your coins, is what I'm hearing. What you invest in. Maybe you need to find a balance between the two, between your investments and your relationships. Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Maybe there's someone who's, maybe it's you, Cancer, who's been a little bit immature in love in your relationships. Ooh. Okay. All right. Can I get a couple cards on Cancer themselves, please? In dealing with this situation. Can I get a couple cards on Cancer themselves? Okay. This High Priestess is quite a theme recently. Quite a theme. And I mean, she's definitely up there on the Tree of Life type she. So, and again, she came out, I feel like, a little bit more upright. So in this context, I almost want to say that there, you know all the information. And you're definitely within the scope of understanding this information here about yourself. I feel like it's kind of like, you know, that you've been immature. And here's the King of Wands, right? Very passionate, has a lot of movement. So you might be, as Cancers are, very passionate individual, but in your relationships, it's caused a lot of immaturity and a lot of landslides, right? A lot of cups spilling, some losses. In some romantic relationships, perhaps. So interesting. Can I get a couple more cards on Cancer, please? On Cancer themselves. Can I get a couple cards to represent Cancer themselves, please, in this situation? You're a very beautiful person. I feel like people might be trying to take advantage of you, and the immaturity might be some naivety as well. And you know what's up. I think you just have maybe blind faith in some people. Yeah, and that's why Judgment came out. Your judgment is skewed. I think some people might just be crap people, honey. Male or female. Both can be crap. Oops. Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. So maybe you saved yourself here from, or you could save yourself from grieving if you would allow yourself to not have certain thoughts about certain people, is what I'm getting. Cancer. Find a balance. Okay. Yeah, this one's coming out kind of pretty clear for me. Okay, let's get some of these cards out. All right. Let me just give a little bit of highlight on why do they need to balance their judgment? Why does Cancer need to balance their judgment? With the old and with the new. Why does Cancer need to balance their judgment? Gosh. Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay, so I'm getting basically a story of Father of Wands. Okay. So maybe in your childhood, you went through situations where you just really wanted to believe in perhaps good people. And that led you to a source of naivety where you think, I don't know why this just came to mind, but like, I watched this video recently of this woman who is a psychopath, and she was watching a video on other psychopaths, and this prison system was basically saying how they spend, a bunch of money to try to rehabilitate psychopaths and stuff and try to make them actual people. And it was kind of crazy, and how, because I used to have the mindset of like, oh, they just need to be loved and people can be fixed and blah, 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 blah. And then I went through a moment in my life where I was like, actually, no, I don't think that can happen. And she herself, the psychopath, was like, yeah, no, that's a waste of money. All it does is make us better at lying. And I was just like, good grief. Yeah. So in that regard, maybe you should not give the benefit of the doubt to everybody, Cancer. And there's something in your childhood here, clearly, that made you think that way, naively. Yeah, Ten of Cups in reverse. Again, very popular cards today. But, yeah. The loss of love made you want to find love in everything. But you need to find a balance because sometimes there's just not as much as you think. So, okay. Can we get some advice cards, please, for Cancer? How can they get closer to finding a balance? How can they get closer to finding a balance? Oh. The Sun. Oh. Yeah. Stick to your gut. Believe in yourself. You have the High Priestess here facing more upright than it was upside down. And I think that's maybe because you were unsure of the knowledge that you know, but it's true. And you know what's up. So believe in that. Shine light on that. Shine light on the knowledge that you know and watch how people react to it. Because that says a lot. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Get comfortable in your surroundings. Be sure. Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, maybe try to strengthen, you know, why. Answer the question of yourself why it is that you give people the time of day. You know, and maybe stop thinking so passionately about certain people. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever, Cancer. Remember that. Some people are here just like little rainstorms, you know. You never get the same storm twice, but that storm was there to water you and nothing more. All right. Yeah, Cancer, that was your reading. Sweet. I like that one. Believe in yourself, guys. Find a balance in you. You got this. You sweeties. All right. Been sitting crisscross for a really long time. Okay. Throat's getting a little... Leo. Leo. Out the old into the new. Leo. I'm hearing everybody rock your body. That song's in my head a lot though. All right. Leo. Spirit. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. My proud, lovely, strong Leos. Don't be embarrassed. This is probably one of the weirdest messages I've ever gotten, but you know what, Leos? Y'all can be prideful. God, this is funny. Don't be afraid of a little toot. Don't do it. Just own it. I don't know why you're hearing that. Just own it. Own it, Leos. Own it. Okay, that's hilarious. Don't be afraid of a little toot, you know. That's so funny. Oh, there's a card here. Relax. Relax. Oh my god, that's too funny. There's a lot of cards here. Relax. Okay, don't be afraid of a little toot, y'all. Don't be afraid. Just relax, Leo. Fuck, that's hilarious. Alright, Leo. Spirit. Leo. What is the universe trying to tell Leo? Relax about. Eight of Swords. In reverse. Wow. So, Yeah, clearly you feel trapped somehow. And this Eight of Swords in the upright with the little hummingbird, it makes me think that there is hope, right? Or there is a little source of light for this swan to eventually get out of here. And then in the reverse, yeah, there's a lack of that hope. Of that hope to get out of that mental trap. Interesting. Oh. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, you're maybe just not like trying to start relationship, like any connections. It doesn't even have to be romantic, right? Knight of Swords, Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. Here's that ego again, Leo. Wouldn't you know it? What? And we might be being a little bit immature here with the moves that we're making. Okay. Because of our ego. Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse. So, okay. So you need to chill out with your ego, Leo. What's new? It's affecting your ability to start relationships, to fill up others' cups, even your own. Okay. Can I get a couple cards on Leo themselves? Can I get a couple cards representing Leo themselves? That came out like this. Six of Pentacles in reverse. So you feel stuck somehow in your ability to manifest what you want. Okay, can I get another card on Leo, please? Oh, he said sure. Where the heck did that go? There it is. Nine of Swords in reverse. What are you not accepting, Leo? You're not accepting something because of your ego. Your ego is getting in the way of something. Out with the old and with the new. All right, for Leo. What is it about their ego that has them feeling stuck? Why is their ego making them stagnant? Why is their ego making Leo stagnant? Why is it making Leo stagnant? How is it making Leo stagnant? What about the ego is causing stagnancy within Leo? Within Leo spirit. Within Leo. In Leo. I feel you're a little stressed. You're just angry, tense, Leo. feel like maybe you might be barely holding it together. Oh. Father of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you feel like you're losing grip a little bit. You know. Oh, where reality? Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, yeah. And again, horns. I see this card as kind of like very, very stern, very confident person who's got their shite together, you know? Very protective. Tall stance. And in the reverse, it just kind of looks foolish. It seems like that stability is crumbling within yourself. Your confidence, perhaps, to provide for yourself and others. To provide what? Oh my, that's a cool card. I don't think I've ever pulled that one out before in this deck. The Chariot here at the bottom, yeah. So from providing, we've got the Two of Cups in reverse. We've got the Hangman in reverse. So from you're failing to provide compassion here, relationship and understanding, and you're also seems like you are failing or feeling like you're failing to provide a perspective. Interesting. Maybe your ego is skewing with the perspective here, but this hanged man in reverse, this is reverse, right? It's a bat. Basically tells me that, like, maybe you're not taking the time to sit down and consider something or someone. Okay, and that might be because of your ego. You might be a little butthurt, Leo. Relax. That's what Spirit's trying to tell you. Relax. Alright. Or from seeing your perspective. Maybe you need to relax to even see something. See anything. See the truth of something. That's what I'm hearing. Oh my god, that is way too many cards. No thank you. Got the Tower card there though. That was interesting. Itchy nose. Interesting. Oof. Some issues. Some shit. I smell bullshit. Okay. So how can we help Leo relax? How can Spirit? How can Aries? Interesting. Maybe there's an Aries in your life that is making you feel some type of way. I don't know why I said that. Maybe look to see if you have any Aries placements and see if you can get a new perspective on that and why you operate the way you do. All right, Spirit. How can Leo relax? 5 of Cups. Grieve. Damn it. That's what I heard. You need to grieve, Leo. You don't have to be strong all the time. Clearly, this is saying, hey, grieve. Feel me. Your feelings want to feel. I feel like you might have trouble doing that. But yeah, I feel something like right here that's really thick, and it's almost like you're tired of it. Like, yeah, I know. But like, no, dude, you need to face it. You need to sit there, and you need to have a time, put on some sad music or some crap. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever it is. respect it, grieve it. Kitties. So yeah, grieve, Leo. Because whatever this is, this pain, you not being able to grieve or see other people's grievances, it's almost like you've lost the ability to grieve at all, for anything to almost matter. Like nothing phases you, so therefore you can't grieve it, or you don't have to. But that's not the case. Yes, you do. That's not the case. You're not, come on, ego. That's not how this schnizel works. And you know that, because obviously it's affecting quite literally every aspect. Swords, wands, cups, literally every aspect of your life here. So, that was your reading, Leo. I didn't say Cancer. Oh my god. I'm getting loopy, guys. Maybe that was a little bit of a message for you too, Cancer. I can't remember. What was Cancer about now? Oh. I'm gonna have to go back. Cancer was something like balance. That's what it was. I don't know. So, alright. Take that as you will. Okay. Virgo. Virgo. Excuse me. Alright, Spirit. What are you trying to tell Virgo? What are we trying to tell Virgo? What are we trying to tell Virgo? By the way, this is my half face review. Okay. Reflect on your priorities, Virgo. Oh, I didn't put relax back. So clearly you don't need to relax. I'm just kidding. Respect, what the heck? Something's going on today with my words, or right now, because that's weird. Alright, food. Maybe I'm getting a little bit drained here. Alright. I feel like this might be a message, though. Reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Hey. Alright. All right. All right, right out the gate, Ace of Pentacles. Reflect on your priorities, and then we got the Hanged Man here at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, universe is definitely telling you focus on where you're planting your seeds. For if you are buying a home right now, or you're looking to get a place, or you're looking to make some major like health, cosmetic or body change, you know, start taking care of yourself, and start really taking the time to introspect with that Hanged Man. The Hierophant in reverse. Maybe you're not taking the universe at face value here. Maybe you're not really looking to learn right now much, but you need to reflect on your priorities. You need to be kind of like a leader for yourself, a little bit of a teacher here. You're going to have to teach yourself how to have priorities and how to fulfill those. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Virgo. Alright. Spirit. Can we get a couple cards on Virgo themselves? Ooh, the Chariot. Okay. Yeah, so you're moving. You're clearly making some kind of move towards a certain direction. Where are they going? What movement is that? Let's see. It's got a lot of water in that card. So yeah, there's a lot of creative movement here going on. Maybe a lot of some other movement, if you know what I mean. Brown chicken, brown cow. All right. Oh, Spirit. Yes. The Nine of Cups. Pretty, pretty. Okay. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, no, I really love that. I really love that for you, Virgo. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, what I'm hearing is you may be so, not necessarily delulu, but you might be feeling so woo and on cloud nine, you know, with all of these things, and that you may be forgetting, you know, the lessons that you're also supposed to be learning here in this lifetime. I mean, don't get me wrong, life is all about, you know, feeling good and emotions and all that good stuff. But, you know, what I'm hearing is maybe, you know, maybe you forgot to take a shower. You know, or maybe, you know, when you come home from having your escapades, whatever they may be, you know, you got dirty laundry, you don't have clean work clothes for the next morning, or maybe you don't have a job. Oop, beat that. And you need to prioritize getting one. Right? Prioritize getting a place even. Maybe still live with your mama and your papa, or your grandpapas, or your aunties, or your unks. I don't know which deal is. So, yeah. Okay. So. So, yeah. Okay. So, what lessons are we needing to learn here? What priorities? Or what's preventing the priorities from being made? What's preventing the priorities from being made for Virgo? Virgo. So I'm pretty sure I hear it's this. You're just on like a spiritual cloud nine, and you're high in the sky. Okay. So we've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. So yeah, again, Seven of Wands, a very passionate card, a very, how do I say this? I mean, it's almost like these other sticks are blown away by this seventh torch on fire, right? This is true passion, right? Turn it upside down. I feel like it's misdirected passion. Or maybe a little bit of passion in one area, too much of one area. Right? Yeah. Six of Wands. Almost like, yeah, you need to harmonize your priorities here with your passions. Turn to the beautiful butterfly that you are. So yeah, misplaced passions here. Misplaced fire, misplaced movement in the will area. Are you willing? Oh, I'm willing if you're willing. If you're willing. Ooh, yeah, Ten of Cups in reverse. It's not the love that you think it is what I'm getting. And then the 5 of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, conflict here. Yeah. Again, a lot of wands here, and cups. We got the 10 of cups in reverse. So yeah, like, it may feel good. It may feel like you're on cloud 9, but I don't know. It's kind of like the same energy of, you know, tripping is fun and all, being high is fun and all, but eventually you got to come down and water the plants, you know, feed the dog, the boring stuff. Your priorities, right? Because over time, that kind of stuff will start to show up and it will start to rot, is what I'm hearing. Certain things, such as your cups or your passion, gets misdirected. It's kind of what I'm getting. So, yeah, all right. Spirit, how can Virgo get closer to reflecting on their priorities? Creating priorities for themselves. How can we help them reflect on their priorities? Strength. The Strength card, yeah, that's what I thought was going to come out. 8 of Swords in reverse. You can get out with strength. Don't let yourself get beat out in the jumps, losing hope now. Don't do that. Don't do that, because it's really easy. Especially with all of the cups and stuff, and you feel like you're on cloud 9, the higher that you all are, the harder you fall, right? So, get some strength in you. Brace yourself, because it looks like you're going to have to have some self-discipline. Yeah, you're really going to have some self-discipline. That's really what it is. So, oh my god, what the heck. All right. Awesome. That was your reading, Virgo. Self-discipline. Reflect on your priorities. Set your priorities straight. Come now. Yes, yes. Chop, chop. All right. That was your reading, Virgo. Now we're on Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Right, out with the old and with the new. I haven't checked the music in a long time. Visions of Vulva. Oh dear. Yeah, no, it was with an O, not a U. Alright, Libra. Oh, what does Spirit want you to know? Be proud of yourself. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, the other signs are like, are you kidding me? Be proud of yourself. Alright. Oh. Alright. Out with the old and with the new. For Libra. What does Spirit want Libra to know? What do you want Libra to know, Spirit? What do you want Libra to know? Just looked over at my calendar, and it's on October. How fitting. Little owl. Be proud of yourself. I feel like you're a lot wiser than you give yourself credit for. I feel like you might try to prove to people how much you know. But a wise man never begged for anyone's belief that he's intelligent. I hope that made sense. He never had to prove to anyone that he was intelligent. He just simply was, because he was curious. 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. weaving together your physical reality. I love it. I love it. Manifestation. One of its finest. Ooh, 3 of Swords. Okay. So there's clearly some pain. Oh, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. Okay. So there might be some kind of pain here. And with the heart up there, might likely some kind of heartbreak here that is stopping you from weaving your reality. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is not turning, is what I'm hearing. Something's stuck. You gotta get the thing out of the cog out of the machine. Interesting. Usually the cog is in the machine. Alright. You gotta get it out of the machine. Maybe you need to be less machine, more human. Okay. Can I get a couple cards on Libra to represent Libra right now? In this state, in this moment in time, in this situation. Can I get a couple cards on Libra? On Libra. On the Libras who will watch this video. Can I get a couple cards representing the Libras that will watch this video? Libra, Libra, Libra. Can I get a couple cards on the state of Libra right now? Alright. Oh, 6 of Pentacles. Very cool. Okay, yeah, so very similar to the 8 of Pentacles. You're finding... What you doing, Seabass? You are finding some sort of harmony here with manifestation. You're figuring something out. Or you've had this stuff figured out. Oh. King of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this King of Cups in reverse kind of goes with this 3 of Swords in reverse, Libra. And 3 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. You need to move forward from whatever this pain is. This heartbreak. And this King of Cups in reverse is making me think that it's almost like he lost his queen. That's sweet and sad. Libra. But it's keeping you from moving forward in your life. It's keeping your life stagnant. And remember, your theme is be proud of yourself. So I don't know if you're beating yourself up for this heartbreak. Maybe you feel like you were the cause of this heartbreak. Maybe you feel like you weren't good enough. What is this 3 of Swords about? And the King of Cups in reverse. What is this that's holding Libra back from keeping their Wheel of Fortune spinning? What's keeping their Wheel of Fortune from spinning? What's keeping this Wheel of Fortune from spinning? Oh, hi. My candle went out. Maybe you really feel like your light went out, Libra. I'm sorry to hear that. You are made of light yet, my lovelies. Oh. Yep. Oh, God, my leg. I'm not looking at all these cards, but we got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, though, this time. So, we know that that is beginning to be stagnant. It's like you were able to weave your reality, you had this pain, and then your wheel stopped. You were able to manifest and pour into your reality. And then, you know, it stopped. It's almost like you became almost a widow in a way. I'm very sorry if that's the case. Oh. Son of Cups in reverse. Excuse me. So yeah, a really innocent, loving, you feel like a really innocent, loving person, right? And you had, I don't know why it feels like you, it's almost like you feel like you had one shot at drinking the right cup, maybe. Maybe you feel like you can't get another cup. You feel like you're out of cups, drinking out of cups. Yeah. But you need to be proud of yourself. You need to be proud of yourself for even being, I don't know, but I'm just seeing some real stagnancy here. Some real stagnancy. And it's like a flip. Almost like a loss of innocence. Can I get more on the Son of Cups in reverse? I feel like that's you, Libra. You were a force. You were a force of love. But just a little naive. It feels a little naive. Which, wouldn't you know it, Libras? Y'all little lovesick boo-boos. Alright. Be proud of yourself. I'll get a couple cards here. Ooh. Yeah, I asked for more on the Son of Cups. We have Temperance in reverse. Oof. Yikes. So maybe we need to work on balancing some things, some emotions. Balancing some feelings towards this entire situation. It's going to require some strength. Right? Yeah, and then we've got the Nine of Swords, but in reverse. That's a very gruesome card. That's crazy. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, just mind absolutely almost decaying. This is like rot, like brain rot. Almost. Because of this lack of balance with the feelings towards this situation. I mean, the passion towards it, your emotions towards it, yeah. You have strength, perhaps, in persevering all these, but your head is like this right now. It's literally rotting with this pain, dude. All right. So you may get some advice on how Libra can help themselves be prouder of themselves. Be proud of themselves. Temperance in reverse. Yep. You need to balance your shit out. Because that's what it is in the upright. But you, my friend, on the inside are not balanced. I'm afraid. There's something that you need to rectify. There's something that you need to accept. You need to walk through that pain. You can't just have it rot in your head forever. And once you can find that and get rid of that rot, then you can start to be proud of yourself and who you are, regardless of anybody else. What makes you happy, regardless of anybody else, and not somebody else making you happy. What makes you happy, just by yourself. You know. Oh, that shot out. Six of Wands. Yeah, in reverse. This is almost like a victory card for your passions, but I think you have a lack of feeling like you've won or feeling like you can win. And you need to get those thoughts out of your head, Libra, because with that, you know, you're never going to allow yourself to feel like you can achieve something, anything. Oh, Libra. Yeah, don't let this pain hold you back. That was your reading. Oh, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. So that's what the universe is trying to tell you. All right. Libra. All right. Scorpio. Remember, Libra, be proud of yourself. You. Stop focusing on the pain. Stop letting it rot there. There's a difference between grieving and rotting. Know that. Right. Scorpio. Out the old and with the new. Scorpio. What is our theme for Scorpio? Scorpio. Oh, okay. Know you are loved. Moon in Libra. Know you are loved, Scorpio. The old with the new. All right. Oh. Know you are loved, Scorpio. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, but in reverse. So once again, stagnancy from leaving your own reality here. Okay, what does the universe want Scorpio to know? Whoa, a lot. Judgment. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So we've got Judgment here. We've got Strength, the Lovers, and the Four of Cups here in reverse. Okay. So the universe, what is the universe trying to tell you? Don't become complacent in your relationships. Have the strength to judge them. And know that you are loved. And judging doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can judge whether something's good or bad for yourself, you know? And yeah. Let's see. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, maybe your inability to accept love, Scorpio, is preventing you from weaving your reality. Gonna get a couple cards on Scorpio themselves, please. Please. Spirit. Couple cards on Scorpio themselves and their state. Their current state. Oh dear, I said not that many. Thank you. Gonna get cards on Scorpio's current state at the moment. Nine of Swords. Okay. I like to think of this as a sort of acceptance from a line of thinking, a sort of moving forward. Or maybe we're hanging on to a thought. Queen of Cups in reverse, yeah. I think your intuition has been skewed. Can I get a little bit more on this Nine of Swords and Queen of Cups in reverse? For Scorpio. I need some water, guys. I'm talking a lot. Alright, Scorpio. Oh my. Gonna get more about this Nine of Swords and Queen of Cups for Scorpio. What's clouding their intuition here? The Devil. Scorpio. Oh my goodness. You're so casual about it. Damn, you guys. You're always so casual about this crap. I swear. Okay. Oh my gosh. So yeah, clearly there is someone here that, maybe not here currently, because you're coming here towards almost like the end of accepting a thought pattern here is what I'm getting, right? A not very good one, because it's throwing off your intuition of knowing if you're loved or not. And that's pretty big, man. That's deep. That's personal. And whoever this Devil person is in the past has clearly affected your ability to, yeah, accept that love. Oh, and to believe it. Yeah, and you're not allowing yourself to get comfortable. Which is, I mean, good, I guess, because you're not really allowing yourself to, like, get jaded. The way that you treat relationships is very respectful. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it feels like you just have this little thing in the back of your head that's like, oh, but you don't really like me, you know what I mean? Or as much as, you know, maybe as much as I like you, you know, because you're Scorpio. People always say Scorpios are this and that and don't care, and the flighty, and that's just not always true. So maybe you feel stereotyped as well with your relationships and your lovers, with your strength. Maybe people don't think you're really all that strong, or that you have a good judgment, you know. And this Devil clearly did not help your confidence. The Moon, yeah. Subconscious here. There's stuff in the subconscious. Yeah, Seven of Swords, sneaky, shady behavior that went down. That made you believe, maybe perhaps, that you were not worthy of love, and that is just absolute balderdash. I do declare. Alright. Scorpio. Oh my goodness. Know that you're loved. My gosh. You are loved, Scorpio. My Scorpio collective. I got you. Alright. Spirit, can we give some advice on how we can help Scorpio feel loved? And know that they're loved. Build that confidence. Alright. Oh, we have Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So yeah. Look at your successes. And look at your relationships. Look at, you know, the beginnings is what I'm hearing of all of them. And see how you were a huge factor in a lot of them. And how you do stand victorious. You know, this is harmony in what you care about, in your will, and your drive, and you succeed. You make the fishies come out. The fishies come out of the water. Yeah, people like you. The fairies sit around your cup. You're interesting. You're loved. Know that you're loved. And sit there and reflect on all the people that you have in your life and all the relationships that you have. And maybe if it's not a lot, that doesn't matter. It just has to be good. It just has to be solid. Just because you only have one friend doesn't mean that you are unlovable or that you're a crap person or that you're crazy. And oh my gosh, maybe I am like the crazy one that no one wants to be friends with. No. That's not the case. Whoever this little guy is was a butt. And made you spiral into a whole line of thinking in which you felt like you were not worthy of love or that love was something different, but that's not the case. So, yeah, that was your reading, Scorpio. Know that you're loved. Gosh darn it. Twack you upside the head. Joking. Okay. Scorpio. Right. Sagittarius. With the old and with the new. Sag. Ooh. Be real. Full moon in Aquarius. Dang right. Be real. Okay. Uh-oh. About to get some tea, Sag. About to get some tea. Right. What's going on, Sagittarius? All right, universe, spirit. What are you trying to tell Sag? 8 of Wands. Okay. You're making strategic moves here. On your passions. You seem to have, I don't know why I'm hearing some things to give away. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay, so I heard you have some things to give away, but then I got 5 of Pentacles, but in reverse. Maybe you don't, but you're saying that you do? Or you do and you're saying that you don't. Oh. The Magician. Okay. And the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Maybe you're not being honest about what you got going on under the hood, Sagittarius. Why do you need to be real about this, though? Can I get a couple cards on Sagittarius themselves, please? In this state. Can I get a couple cards on Sagittarius themselves in this current state, Spirit, in relation to this situation? Okay. Knight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. And the King of Cups. Oh my god, and then we got the Queen of Swords in reverse here. Okay, yeah. Are you trying to tell a lie to save someone or something? I feel like there's someone that you really, really care about here. Maybe it's yourself, Sag. Maybe you're being a little selfish. I don't know. But you really give a crap. About something or someone. But you're being dishonest about something. And you're being a little bit childish about something, Sag. Holy God, not that many, please. Nope. Let's go to the other one. All right. Sagittarius, I'll with the old and with the new. Oh. And Chariot in reverse. Yeah, you're not going forward with something. We've got the Hanged Man. So you've been thinking long and hard about whatever this is. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. Yep. Yeah, it's something to do with money, man. You have things to give away. But you're saying that you don't. Or maybe you just don't want to give them to someone for some reason. You don't want to... It's almost like you don't want to admit to someone, like, no, I don't want to give you this thing, or no, I don't feel like you deserve it. I don't know why this is giving me a vibe of, like, someone really important to you might have passed away, and you have these family members that are really crappy, and they always try to go into, you know, the deceased person's home, and they didn't really know them very well, but they just kind of go in and, like, take all the expensive stuff, and maybe you went and got the expensive stuff first, per se. And maybe they're trying to contact you, being like, oh, like, let me see the stuff. And, or like, oh, do you know where, you know, grandpa's or grandma's vintage, you know, china or her little crystal bears for some reason. That's what I'm hearing. Like, but do you know she still has those? Like, they meant a lot to me. And you're just like, no, I don't know where they are, you know, or something like that. Or there's something, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like, I feel like, Sag, it's almost like you're protecting, yeah, like someone's stuff from someone that you feel like doesn't deserve it. And you've got everything, I mean, you've got the Magician here, right? Like, you're making stuff out of thin air here. Your manifestation skills are on point. It's saying be real here, though. So maybe there's... Why do we need to be real? Why do we need to be real about this? Okay, Mother of Swords. Someone who's got a tongue on him for sure. Very smart, very quick. Bit of an egoic woman. But she's sharp. And then we've got the Two of Wands. Okay, which almost is like an intention here. And then the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So it's almost like you should be real because there's someone who's going to call you out on your bullshit. And what did I say with this card? There is, an intention. There's an intention here. Choice. And maybe that's what you'll have to make here, of being honest or not. Lest she calls you out on your bullshit. And it looks like if you just be real, you'll go ahead and have excess pentacles here to give. Or maybe she'll, whoever it is, will give you something extra to go ahead and pass on as well. Very weird, oddly specific, but okay. All right, Spirit, what can we tell Sagittarius to help them be real? What would help them be real? Some advice. Some advice on being real. With this person or people. Sagittarius being real. Whoever this Mother of Swords is the one that she got to be real with. Judgment. What's going to help you be real? Judgment. Tell it how it is. Tell it how it is. Sometimes the truth hurts. But usually it's pretty darn clear. And hopefully that judgment being on your side will help you to be a little bit more real with people. Alright, do we have another card for Sag to help them be real? With this Mother of Swords. Maybe you got a lot of reasons that this Mother of Swords is not that great. That you want to protect. But lying is coming across a little bit immature, and I think she knows that. I'm saying she. It doesn't have to be, but for some reason I'm getting a she. Do I have any more advice for Sagittarius on being real? Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to take out the first one that's all. Three of Wands. Trust yourself. Just go. The path will build itself. Oh, and Temperance fell out here. Just find a balance, but the truth is always usually balance, and the truth is what brings balance, is what I'm hearing. So trust yourself. Judgment will help you. It'll back you up here. All right, that was your reading, Sag. I hope that helped you in some form or fashion to be real. Oh, in a situation. Okay. Ooh. I think I just showed my face. It's fine. Capricorn, Capricorn. Now with the old and with the new. Alright, Cappies, 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 Cappies. Trust all will be well. Trust all will be well, my Cappies. Cappy, Cappy, Caps. Okay, out with the old and with the new. Cappy, Cap, Caps. Oh. Oh, looks like we got the World card. Looking out here. Trust and all will be well. Yeah, there's so much trust that goes into the world, isn't there? And the synchronicity, in the unity of it all, right? But also in its duality. Trust and all will be well. Seven of Swords. Ooh. I think there's some trickery going on, Capricorn, but it's okay. Trust and all will be well. Okay, that was weird. Trust and all will be well. What else are you trying to tell, Spirit? Six of Wands in reverse. Maybe you went through a loss here. I think you might have gone through a recent deceit. Ooh, the Chariot in reverse, yeah. And it stopped something. It stopped your Chariot. Or success from happening. Oof, I'm so sorry. That sucks. What's this? Seven of Cups. Okay, okay. Some planning here. Definitely some planning here on the Cups. Maybe on what to do next. I was literally just gonna pull out cards for you, Capricorn, to represent you right now. And I think that's what you're doing, is you're sitting here and you're planning. You're sitting here and you're planning your next move. You're probably freaking out a little bit, but trust all will be well. High Priestess. Ooh, lovely. Very powerful. Very good. Okay. Oh, there's stretch. All right. Very good, Capricorn. Okay. So yeah, you seem to be on top of it. I mean, which, yeah, trust all will be well. So, okay. Out the old and with the new. Capricorn. All right, what was this deception with this Seven of Wands, or Seven of Swords here? What was this deception here with the Seven of Swords? What was this deception here with the Seven of Swords? Ooh, Son of Pentacles. Maybe you got scammed. Scammed out of some money. Oh, yay. Yep. Yeah, someone screwed you over a little bit. Deception. Could be a kid that costs a lot of money. Empress, Son of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Oh dear. Capricorn. Did you get cheated on? Oh God. With a kid? And you had a kid? Oh, Cap. No, Cap. Sorry. Oh, man. Can I get a little bit more on this? Oh. Yeah. The Four of Swords in reverse. You got deceived. I think you got cheated on. And you have a kid with this person. Oh my God, I am so sorry, Capricorn. Oh, say hi to Sebastian. Hi, sweetie. You come to join the reading? Yes. We're doing Capricorn. Put it down. Here we go. I think he's gonna sit here with us. Oh, are you? Don't make a mess, baby. I'm doing stuff. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, so can we get some advice here for poor Capricorn? Maybe cuddle your cat. If you have one. All right, some advice for Capricorn. King of Swords in reverse. Oh, yeah. It's almost like, yeah, just put your guard down. Put your guard down. It's almost just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Whatever this is, it's not worth your energy. It's not worth your thoughts. It's not worth your time. Whoever this was that did you dirty, clearly not worth your time. In the right, she goes. Alright, Capricorn. Some advice for Capricorn, please. To trust that all will be well. Advice for Capricorn, please. King of Cups in the Moon. Yeah, you already know what's up. Just keep on loving yourself. You feel like a vessel of love. Really unfortunate. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. But face it. Face what's going on in the subconscious. Heal. You know what I mean? And wow. Yeah, I'm sorry it looks like everything came to a halt, but it looks like you're planning, you know? I mean, it looks like you still, you know, are very mature, very put together. And yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some shadows in the head here for a second because it's really messed up. But you got this. Yeah, you got this, Capricorn. Trust all will be well. My gosh. Ay, ay, ay. You got this, Caps. Cappies. Alright. We're almost at 2 hours. And on just this one thing. Not even counting the pause. Alright. Aquarius. Aquarius time. Out with the old and with the new. Aquarius. Alright, Spirit. What is our theme for Aquarius? What does the universe want Aquarius to know? What do you want Aquarius to know? What do you want Aquarius to know? Reflect on your priorities. Oh, yeah. That was the same as Virgo, I think. Okay. Out with the old and with the new. Alright, my Aquarians. Oh my. What does the universe want you to know? 4 of Wands in reverse. Yep. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. Okay. And the 2 of Cups in reverse. 4 of Wands. Okay, maybe we're getting too comfortable in our passions here, and in our movement where we're moving things, so our priorities are a little bit skewed. We've got the Tower in reverse. Okay. Almost like a lack of change, or lack of anything. Wow. And then we've got the 2 of Cups in reverse. So maybe a lack of connections too. Interesting. Kind of the reverse of Virgo. Okay. So that's what the universe wants you to know, Aquarius, is to reflect on your priorities. And that the Four of Wands. Yeah, reflect on your priorities with the Four of Wands in reverse. Putting your will towards the proper things. It's causing you to feel like there is no change happening. And there really isn't with the Two of Cups in reverse. Your connections are lacking a little bit. Your feeling of connections. Can we pull a couple of cards of Aquarius themselves and their state at the moment in this moment in time, in relation to this reading? Four of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. So yeah. You feel pretty content. You're like this dragon holding your little thing of coins here. Maybe you're really protective of what you've got right now. Okay. Can we get a couple more cards on Aquarius, please? Oh yeah, Seven of Wands. Very protective. Yeah. You're very much protecting what's important to you. And maybe that's severing you from the connections that you could be making. And the change that could be happening in your life. Maybe you're a little bit too much on the defense. Three of Wands kind of sideways, yeah. You're not sure if you trust yourself. Interesting. Reflect on your priorities. Maybe our priorities is relationships. I'll be old in with the new. Aquarius. Why are we so defensive? Why don't we trust ourselves in making connections here? Why don't we trust connections? I see this. Daughter of Cups. Just a little innocent little ducky. Let's see. I thought I saw another card turn, but I could be wrong. Maybe not. So yeah, why are we so defensive? I feel like this is you, your little inner child, your innocence. Your ability to make connections with the Daughter of Cups. You want to make connections. And the Hermit in reverse. You used to maybe not introspect so much. You used to almost just kind of wonder why, and now you feel like you're on the defense. Okay. Oh, the Sun. Very nice. See, I'm almost getting like, it feels kind of similar to Gemini, to be honest with you, where it's like, believe, like your priority, Aquarius, should be, not necessarily be kind, but like, well, sort of. What I'm getting is just like, don't be so standoffish. It's not necessarily unkind or uncompassionate. It's just not there. It's just not really connecting. And I think you need to start reflecting on the people in your life and how you are maybe making them feel. And trust yourself with making those connections and using your discernment on Ooh, that's where I feel like the priorities is coming in. Discernment on who to give your attention to. Yeah, the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, you've stopped moving. With the Sun there, though. Yeah, you've stopped moving in a spiritual kind of, through connections, through people, through that kind of, I always kind of like to say when there's like all that water and stuff like that, spiritual high, that connection from knowing that we are one. Yeah, so can we get a couple advice cards here for Aquarius? Oh, on how to reflect on your priorities. Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. So yeah, definitely I feel like you might be putting a lot of your priorities towards these two things right now. Which is not a bad thing. Towards defending yourself. And you have been secretly working on something here in the dark. I feel like Spirit is saying you don't have to stop these things. But just know your priorities. Know that there's other things elsewhere. What should be the priority? Was that flipped? Yeah. What should be a priority? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Getting that Wheel of Fortune turning. Sorry, my voice is it's going out. Yeah. Focus on making those connections. Cool. Focus on those opportunities. Yeah. Opening those doors. Reflect on your priorities. Reflect on your relationships. If you're stagnant, priorities should be moving somewhere. You don't have to like move, but yeah, shine some light on maybe why you hermited out and why you're doing this to protect this. Maybe you don't really need that mindset anymore because it's not helping you move. Your priorities are getting a little skewed, Aquarius. So, all right. That was your reading, Aquarius. And last but not least, Pisces. All right, now with the old and with the new. All right, Spirit. Pisces, last but not least. What is the universe trying to tell you, Pisces? Nice. Drink some water. What do we want to tell Pisces? Believe in your good luck. Okay. Out with the old and with the new. Haven't checked the songs in a while. Waltz of the Bone King. Okay. Yes. Believe in your good luck, Pisces. You are the dreamers after all. Oh. The Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. Maybe you're not sitting still enough to see a new perspective, Pisces. King of Swords in reverse. Not being very diligent with our thoughts. Justice. And the Nine of Swords in reverse. So there seems to be some mental clouding here. But there's justice here in the situation. And maybe that's what the new perspective you need to see is this justice. Believe in your good luck. Perhaps this is about karma. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh. All right. Maybe that would bring you excess fortune. We'll get a couple cards on Pisces themselves. Or you might have excess fortune. Perhaps you just had a child. Congratulations. Okay. Okay, so you might have lost some passion, maybe after this kid. Ooh, you've lost. All right, so got the Ace of Wands in reverse. We've got the Magician in reverse. So we've lost some ability here to manifest something. We've lost some passion, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah. And we've lost, it looks like, the will to, and passion to give away here. And we've got the Three of Wands in reverse here. That, oof, yeah, it seems like you've lost some serious drive here. Whether that be brown chicken, brown cow drive or what. And this is really getting to you. Okay. Pisces. Pisces. Why have we lost our ability to do these things? To manifest our drive. Why are we losing our drive? And why is our mind cloudy? Why do we need to believe in our good luck? Oh dear. That is a lot of cards. I'd like less, please. For Pisces, why are we believing in our good luck? Right. Two of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're losing your drive because you're losing your intention behind things. You're not creating an intention. Let's see. Why is Pisces losing their drive? Why is Pisces losing their drive? Spirit. Five of Cups in reverse. Maybe you need to grieve too, Pisces. Believe in your good luck is almost like believe in yourself, because luck, I feel like, is straight attributed to your karma and your ability to manifest, right? And you've clearly lost that ability, it looks like. I mean, the Magician in reverse to manifest, Ace of Wands drive, right? So, yeah, you've lost your ability to manifest. And let me see. I want to look at this Five of Cups. Indicates a time of sorrow. A relationship may fall apart and or an old friend could slip away. There will be disappointment and even regret. When this card appears, it's important not to make any hasty decisions. It may also be helpful to look at the type of expectations you place on others. Perhaps they can never do enough to please you. Interesting. And this one doesn't have the reverse meanings, but if we look up, okay. So yeah, why are you losing your drive? Because you're moving on? Interesting. From something. Maybe something in the past gave you your drive. And now you're having to believe in you and as opposed to just this person. Interesting. So it's almost like this other person gave you drive beforehand. And that's what you would kind of feed off of, right, Pisces? Like maybe their dreams, maybe like their energy and their dreams. A little vampire-ish, not gonna lie. But now that you've lost them, because you did have to grieve some sort of loss here, and now that you're getting over it, now you need to learn how to believe in you, in your good luck, not their good luck. Stop using their good luck and their energy, right? You need to believe in your good luck. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, yeah. All right, Pisces. Spirit, can we get some advice cards for how Pisces can believe in their good luck? Two of Cups in reverse. Focus on the fact that you have a lack of relationships around you, of connections. Ooh, Death card in reverse. Also, not a lot of change, not a lot of movement forward. There's not a lot of light being able to be shown onto something. A specific situation here. This loss, probably. This grievance, although you may be over it, you're not over the fact, and you haven't accepted the fact. You haven't put to bed the idea of relying on someone else, perhaps, to make you happy, is kind of what I'm hearing. Or to make you lucky. Lucky rabbit's foot. You got to be your own lucky rabbit's foot. And that's not happening. Hangman in reverse. It's not happening. You're not sitting and taking the time to have that perspective. So that you can sit within inside yourself and figure out the mechanisms in your own manifestation to make things work for you. So yeah, can I get a couple more advice cards for Pisces, please, to help them believe in their good luck? Everybody. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. In the upright, she's carrying all this weight on her back. Right. It's a little heavy. It's a little bit extra. When you got it flipped down, it's almost like she's dropping it all. So you haven't lost it all. You lost it all. Queen of Wands in reverse, yeah. You haven't lost it all by any means. You just need to believe in yourself again. And that Queen of Wands, I feel like that's a lack of belief in your own passions, in your own ability to receive that inspiration to help you believe in yourself and to help you have an intention for yourself and the way that you want to be seen, the way that you want to walk around life. And that brings you your karma or your luck, as some people would say, your justice. So, yeah. Awesome. That was your reading, Pisces. Oh my gosh, what a journey that was. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching. Yeah, I'm a little pooped, to say the least. So I'm going to go ahead and get going. Sending love and light. Talk to you later. Bye.